Yes, Ghana for patapa pieto and penny forcing yademrana yade ero Ghana for a year Rafinio Markins and a mame a friends a brown or say asare Ghana for Messi Omodemra Emra Abo Sami Jamfi nekedia amase say the Ghana for Sami Jamfi antes ne niema no oye nyina en ne di atema no oye nyina enne me no ka say Sami Jamfi agiatum say ai waboka ewo GoldBod's waboka na monton wase mi enka no boko ai wase waboka na emomo nchechiremu etu wasra minority for the way omosia soja esi so no wasra mo me enka no boko ai e kan de wabo 1.7 billion dollars no wabo but o nchechiremu Ghana for me say enya asem ketoa enim guase ato Sami Jamfi no for na bibia di ho dance yourself say aban change Sami Jamfi be dey ebekom wuti the press conference kwa ye kwapa edidi atem odidi ye maame abra wose asare odidi na atem so ye poor woman wose ye Rafinio Marking is a joke chere woke kan sema enim ede chere Sami Jamfi kan chere minority for e what am kai say me kai wo mo say NPP for enne NDC for chere NPP for atem didie na NPP for ebe di bi o mo se nya item didie no me se Sami Jamfi video no wo hwe de wo kafa abra wo saya sare ho ene de wo kafa ye Rafinio Marking so a me se dwen ho tutu na NDC for ma ye bi da o mu ka se vigilante groups ye ngu no a NPP for gu o mu de ebe wi ase no na ye friend say o mu do mu de akosie a o mu use o mu de ye dey ebe bo NPP 2024 na o mu win election ya hwe de ya NPP for na no mu didi atama na so me we no si am ye ne na ebe wi ase na NDC for sa be wi a wo mu no de mo abeka mu camp no mo say the NPP for atem because you know say 2028 say NDC for co opposition atem didi no be say dey as start Ghana for etianim go ase ato Sami Jamfi ene NDC for no enya asem keto akora na me se ensem o ka kire yewura Rafinio Markings ni we Ghana for me so be dey ebe reactive ho ene eka wabo Ghana for me reactive ho Ghana for we me nchen so krampo no mo me yenko na yenko tie ensem a ye friends yewura friends Sami Jamfi ejitu me so waboka ene ko for reaction ene wono amu ne nsem fu a efiri anim baaye na answer me video na akra akra no say ene first time I hear me videos voice of some ene first time na we hear me videos na what subscribe to YouTube channel na yere ama me voice of some TV yes na wa like ama me no wa share no wa sa comment notification baby banado say me aso say be ya anytime ya voice of some me di new video betum bia no on sa so bit my dey aka we are me say share me nipa do bia bit my dey asha ma Ghana for mumye nkotie emra na we yem be show Sami Jamfi obeko jail and also on koje so you say Sami Jamfi be koje a no wa try yes so obeko jail say Ghana is got 10 pesos kwa ira we try count for me say obeko jail na enche bia no okoje na no na ayese preko no na no na ayese boya no me say how dey Ghana for emready now so it me go video ni mra
abusia for it is possible Sami Jamfi and GoldBod's abo Ghana ka 1.7 billion US dollars the Ghana sikama 22 billion Ghana cedis equivalent to 1.5% of Ghana GDP according to IMF report na report beto abonten say NDC for soro waka IMF omani break Sami Jamfi GoldBod's omani break Ghana ban ena MPP for nso kura ni break Sami Jamfi san so mo peso mo di ntro egu Sami Jamfi so ma Ghana for ka Sami Jamfi ba Ghana ka entro na Sami Jamfi di good Dr. Bomia so na MPP for peso mo tua ne ka enti MPP for ni bre no entro na ada na lawyer Sami Jamfi abekasa na obekasa na Ghana for nyina ni sen ko be dispute the facts na IMF for state e wo mo report ni so anko ba ne sa Sami Jamfi asa betum ntina sa susupi ensem na IMF for ne kan no kura asa biebie niam mpo IMF for na nka no no nka bie mama sisi bibie ni abeda ho sisi bibie di nwa dance se omonam eye domestic gold purchase program Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia de ba 2021-2022 say ni gold for oil no emeso Ghana ye see di nasene ene economy ne economy ni nsipia o ma ba ye omudi ho dance ye o nam sa program ne so abo Ghana ka 1.7 billion US dollars eye equivalent to 22 billion Ghana cedis. Na o kasa no ochire mu say obi anim say Bank of Ghana ene ye in charge of gold purchase program no ene eye gold for oil na Bank of Ghana nenso Bank of Ghana ayi sa domestic gold purchase program na de ma SAMMY GYAMFI gold board say omon enso sa policy nim na omon hwe na omon nya ntotoye omon di gold ne ho dwa emfa mo Ghana economy no enti so obehwe a say inflation ba from pairs ye SAMMY GYAMFI gold board say dollar ba from pairs ye SAMMY GYAMFI gold board through the gold purchase program because say dwumadie no Bank of Ghana e de ahye gold board so say omon nyina mas agent no mo di gold ho dwa nyina emfa mo Bank of Ghana adwumadie omudi efa gold purchase program no na enu mu Bank of Ghana e mo 133 billion Ghana cedis so omonje no monfa enye endi se adwuma no emfa mo oman no enti Ghana ha yeti die so be total gold wa Ghana ha nyina SAMMY GYAMFI na total gold wa Ghana nyina na wa hwe quantity wa ya saying wa ye nyina kama no wia wa exported de kwa manfo abeto enso e de kwa mo man so ono na di hu dwuma nyi ono na di teme price kra or de be mo na say dwumadie no kra na Bank of Ghana e de ahye gold board nsa no gold board e charge service fee of 0.5% of gold ombedi hu dwuma bia no na wa say 0.258% as a saying fee e de ama gold board nti gold board kra gi adwuma na wo ye no ehu sika enti kire say officially omo na ye agent for domestic gold purchase program omo na di hu dwuma ye tua omo ka ewo dwumadie na omudi bua Ghana no na through sa operation yi to gold cotton no eno anabeto dwa say SAMMY GYAMFI to gold cotton no waboka 1.7 billion US dollars SAMMY GYAMFI se sa aka na wabodo meme ye mfa nsha ne because gold purchase program enye the responsibility Bank of Ghana for and there was so much yes adwuma no enti so mo de abro no incompetence SAMMY GYAMFI ni gold board na so makodi hu dwuma no waboka adenti ne enko blame Bank of Ghana na ye o masade no nemom omo no kwagina mas agent ni yembe blame omo do man suma Bank of Ghana say omo fa sa policy ente da ono ni nim hu nim de bia no fa mesha ne kon no nkodi hu omo mani sika so onkoye enti so akoto gold aboka mo blame Bank of Ghana mo blame ono SAMMY GYAMFI enso wo mo na edi hu dwuma from 2025 ndc ba ba mu omo na di gold hu dwa nyina de boa Ghana bibia to from payers yo SAMMY GYAMFI ni gold board but ene ebe nim guase de wo say nya na sade so ono na ehwe gold purchase program no sunti yemfa nkonkwo Bank of Ghana Governor Johnson Esiama ena Ghana for business SAMMY GYAMFI se woni pefe se wo ye incompetent se woni pefe se wonim adwuma no wonim die bia ana Bank of Ghana de ma wo gitu so obakwa kwa yesa adwuma na so wakwa no oboka wo se me mfa ka na nhyew na Ghana for gaje SAMMY GYAMFI se ubetimi aka obuso asem bia se na okoye wadi afanyo markings atem waka obuso asem wa frene din bia pa so frene bia wa kire se wo na tumi ni kitaw o papa na ye president entinde wo tumi bia se de oka wadwen kire amanfo ebre bia ba ya otu opposition bibi this a bibi antọ form o na abekwa akofa wansema ba ba press conference but na ye de dwumadi a shon sa na obo Ghana ka na ye ka na de otumi ko gina ye otumi ko press conference ko di afanyo markings atem ekeka wadwen keka obuso asem de kire na hungry food soldiers no omo cheer up ebre bi bedru ha sa hungry food soldiers na omo ba oba so no omo na be ye free SAMMY GYAMFI eti Ghana for se de etwa gu afanyo market wanka bone IMF report ya no be ka ho asem ene wa be gina simpio so wadi na temo social media ne wasa beto onu mutuo obetimi akoso adi o matema asem ishas ye ne pompon so gold board cast status eba minority of parliament trokrata movie motion senka Parliament MENT ad hoc committee na nkomonye investigation into gold board losses no parliament so omompene omanti ase omo de o majority share de o enne want me anko gina omanim no ana abete na social media say enne wa bete na social media say minority no person ubetima face abeno say asa ubetima face kojo opon ka kira so person ni debate about parliament one kind several times what's the order but because wa ba na wa bem ti ani de bebo ho ba ye ma ho continue uti social media ka kire opon kroma say unim de kra che oni abena se asare but entichi bia ona fe papa e bia ebre be ba na nyo mo na abete no manim o but na abegina ba bi kese a woje ho gi a enye.
First, nowhere in the under-referenced IMF reports is Gold Board accused by the IMF as having caused the losses reported to have been incurred by the Bank of Ghana under the domestic gold purchase program. I challenge Afenyo Makin to point to any page, paragraph, sentence, phrase, or punctuation mark in the said reference reports of the IMF, where the Gold Board was accused by the IMF as the entity responsible for losses incurred by the Bank of Ghana.
It is possible. Sammy GYAMFI. And now you the 2 million say Ghana gold nyina unko na obetimato. We a GoldBod's CEO. Inti enne wa begina TV so efre wonabo abena osiasare say sa hia ni ba na woni mu hwe no.
Okay, if somebody like Abna Sari or say criticizes GoldBod, you can see that poor woman, he doesn't have the information. It's not personal. It's not personal. She doesn't have the information.
You are SAMMY GYAMFI. As I begin TV so ahoro ye wura Afenyo Markets adanya yesusu se Ghana dwumadie ne de ahye wonsa enti yesusu se eka bia ba ana wo ye bibi enkoyie ye beka ye wura SAMMY GYAMFI se when obi aka na asem wa beka na asem no obeba be horo abedi watem instead of say obeba be kirekirem akere Ghana fo da bi. Imagine say under the NPP and ye di Ghana dwumadie bi ahye NPP ni bi nsa ena NDC fo esusu se ekaba anase bibi nkoye ena mo bekaye ena NPP ni bedi o matemanka Ghana ase nke kwa ha enka yasum enkwa didie especially ye wura SAMMY GYAMFI tie na ye wura SAMMY GYAMFI aban na ho o ya ade a obi atimi beka na asem ye wura SAMMY GYAMFI kan hu ni se GoldBod ebe gina ni na no eye Bank of Ghana ene so wasene ema GoldBod ejina ye ena obi ko bank ekwaje bosia na odipakro edikodi dwuma na semfa so ba odipakro befa eka so ba odipakro befa odipakro entimi koblemu bank na ede bosia na ma se eka ba eti ebra SAMMY GYAMFI upesi eblemu Bank of Ghana se eka na aba no anase eka bia ba yemfa so bo no Bank of Ghana ensi wo ba bia o yewra SAMMY GYAMFI ensi wo ba bia ti asie se eye dwumadie na wudi marketing na wo ye marketing susu de o ya eye profit and loss wan gani a wo belusu yewra SAMMY GYAMFI ana wo sa challenge yewra Afenyo Markets say IMF report on ombe kire baby a state say e kasei eno obo yewra SAMMY GYAMFI IMF report on enie page 13 to 14 e kan pefe say e ka ba yewra SAMMY GYAMFI ba ye nim say wa ban na ho enya de a ombe ye hwehwemu bia afa ho yewra SAMMY GYAMFI to me we ye ndi kaso minority in parliament yewra SAMMY GYAMFI ade wo say sa wujin hudi na sa ye bema bla parliament na ye nye debate na mo katre NDC majority in parliament say can on man block omo for the second time if you say first time na omo person omo chill ba parliament na be yin samano no yewra SAMMY GYAMFI omo block omo man pene yewra SAMMY GYAMFI we sa wujin hudi a katre NDC MPs na katre speaker of parliament say opa ombie kwanim na mo mbra na mbe debate na omo ye ready with evidence twan so wujin hudia and a political party na yewra SAMMY GYAMFI wonu amu dilisan eyebe se woni mu amu NPP wo de yewra SAMMY GYAMFI ko busa yewra chatu chikata lawyer wonka NPP asem kitua bi nkyere wo yewra SAMMY GYAMFI tumi wo we yendi nkaso yewra SAMMY GYAMFI omu wo nche omu boje so na yewra SAMMY GYAMFI anu oye o yewra SAMMY GYAMFI timi kaso yewra SAMMY GYAMFI enne tumi ni wo nsam ena omu wo nchen eboje so ada tumi ni be free usano yewra SAMMY GYAMFI sankofo ni na anya de abehu omu ti yewra SAMMY GYAMFI nyabotre Ghana dwumadie ene ye de ahye wonsa me kura me wa kwanya wo tumi se ewo se metimi busa wo question se wo ye bibi na se nkoyi a yewra SAMMY GYAMFI efi se Ghana dwumadie ne ye de ahye wonsa na yewra SAMMY GYAMFI ye show bo se ada tumi besisa no the day of accountability will surely come.
Yes, Ghana for muma memre mu hanam kakra Ghana for de me nua be me yi kan nyansa wom se SAMMY GYAMFI adi gold dwa aboka na ye koka wa horo NPP fo wa huru wo mu wa chese wa huru magana for dem ya ne se Sammy Gyamfi disa maamefo ya tem ne NPP fo ya tem ye wi o mo Sammy Gyamfi enim kasa na se NDC ni bi aka se Sammy Gyamfi enim kasa na o ye jimifo now ye Jimmy for power no be bia wata Sammy Gyamfi now ye Jimmy for Sammy Gyamfi be horo Ghana mpanimfo edi o matam edi o batam no mo so onim kasa no be kasa be se tia John Mahama na mo de mo be kasa John Mahama ade kasa che o man pedi John Mahama why o man pedi na masa akwa John Mahama fa so be di ade na afenyo marking ene ye maame wona bo abra o se asare so betima be di ade bi Betima bedia de bi etigana fo na se NDC fo no bi munsu nyansa ene dia mpese de mama hama no me fa ni dia bi ma ye ma me mo ne ye wura afenyo markings na mo de se NDC ni dia atam dia na nkwasiafo ma ba bonte be kasa wonim kasa woni di Ghana fo ma me hu wadwe nkyere NPP fo atam die no ye nyai ema NDC fo nko anya na se ye kanyansa sam kakra ne dia atam die na yere afem se odi se dia atam die no fam kakra say yeah, make sure comment section. Trust say yes, ye fat atemidie ne mfra kakra. See ye jana crowd, ye jana crowd and this for mbefa because Sammy Gyamfi edi atem wo position that begging to me or begging to me so say di atem na ye kwaka am so nim kasa wo fui. Ghana for momme enkotie Sammy Gyamfi wode ye friend say afede upon antes ne niema o ye ri na no at long as why dey wagia to me say e kan de wabo na emu mo njishirimu nanka wose no de Ghana fo no ohwe se mo wakapa na se wo hu se Ghana wafu no hu se Ghana fo ani abre nti se de wagia tum se kanu waye dey wabo na Ghana fo obekọ je ana so onko je mama hu no comment section so ojiri so obekọ je a no watch comment section say yes obey dey obekọ je mumi enko tie mra na message say share many pattern e wo any political platform bia waye dey wo so bia mumi enko tie mra.
Now, Sammy Gyamfi is admitting, say, there has been losses. What was them? All the propaganda, all the PR, all the shenanigans, Sammy Gyamfi government ni adhere yena now, or more admitted said there are losses. So why was all the propaganda? I don't know PR. Sammy Gyamfi call merry go round. I was afraid to idea too. What call merry go round? They are afraid also no idea to say, GoldBod's no making losses. Concern the boy here. It really say, I see company making losses at any crime. See, as a company making loss, any crime. Some a bank for cry a year, bank. So move close your books for the day. They make losses. And bank biakra, they make accommodation for losses. Because I said the wakoto a mono. What the more banks bear 6 kujaswa. O shadow lonka, pono, now olonka back washoti. Sane humanity. Into company bia obe make the problem that comes with the losses. In the case of Sammy Gyamfi, it is when the losses near a dorsal. That is when it's a problem. It's an alarming because I know any normal loss. But you make BMO, you make way from 1 minus 1 losses. It is normal. It comes with a job. But when the losses become extreme, when the losses become a big loss, that is when it's a problem. It's in a GoldBod for the have a problem. And a GoldBod, yeah, NDC for one GoldBod, they Ghana for in a GoldBod. So one on all they can more bien comment about GoldBod because it's an ignorant mouth. It's an ignorant lips. And the Lord does not lie in your ignorant lips. And the Lord does not lie in your ignorant mouth. Because Ghana is the same taxpayers' money. And found your free Kumasi, and found your free Accra, your free Savulugu. Ghana is a taxpayers' money. And here they build the Bank of Ghana. And Bank of Ghana is answerable to the people of Ghana. Forget Yawano. So one question now for person with your propaganda now by me, I'll ignore you. Because this is not about propaganda, this is about education. We need to give people media for the no. And that is why I say NDC by media for criticizing. We are the critics of every government. Now then I find nanado. Missing me nanado, besin nanado, a jam your name in Casa. Besin on my penny, excellency nanado don't go for former president. On name in fine. Because I criticize him profusely. Why does NDC feel a sense of entitlement? This is the problem I have. Sense of entitlement. Say, yeah, the NDC about Mobian criticizing. It's journalists for cry. A good for the time no more critical question. MFA, we are found on your man and then gold hub, petroleum hub, Yaman PR, corporate affairs manager, uncle. No more by no more propaganda. No, Papa see a near fan of Bank of Ghana, or more no more PR no. Why near fan Miami a Bremonaka, Ato Force and Minister of Finance. into journalists who used to ask critical questions. This is part of the culture of silence. No? Culture of silence now NDC for embarking on. And mind you, don't come and tell me any cock and bull comments. Say if you're the one complaining about culture of silence, UTV critical issues make time. I say your culture of silence. Maybe I said it. Don't come in. You see, you cannot use anything against me for equalization purposes. And fact. You can be culture of silence. And 1 year san can in it munya study NDC. Enti Sammy Jeff say one kasa wo agia to mu say there have been losses. The answer to the people of Ghana, how the losses came about, and whether the losses are justified or not. A mandate we need to know. It is our right as citizens of Ghana to know. Yes, you better file it. RTR, Right to Information Act. You better file it. Say the NDC propaganda. Say you galam say no background. NDC 1% go for be say so need it, and I say need it. It joy FM for or letter the command. Ghana Water Force. You see what the stability of the water is. Ghana Water Force. You say can you imagine? The same government to accuse you of so your culture of silence. That government now is vimshiously preventing media people from getting information. The same government vimshiously is preventing the media from getting information. Into why NDC
loss as a result of gold purchasing done by GoldBod on behalf of the Bank of Ghana. The semantics that everybody is doing, which my brother SAMMY GYAMFI is going to today hold a press conference, is neither here nor there. If you are an agent and somebody gives you money as an agent to do something on behalf for him, and your operations causes losses, you cause the loss.
How?
Hold on, what do you mean how? The how is very simple. Nobody is saying that. You see, this thing where people keep saying that, go and look at the audited accounts. We know that on the audited accounts of GoldBod, the loss doesn't sit there because the money was not for them.
So then how then do you say GoldBod has made
They make the loss. They are trading losses. You know, in business, there's something called trading losses.
Yes.
Trading losses, hold on. Trading losses is different from your P&L.
Yes.
So you put this down as trading losses. The losses occurred at the instance of the GoldBod. And I'll give you the instance. Let's mark it on the wall.
Okay.
When GoldBod brings out their 2026 accounts, you will see that losses that sat in the GoldBod's account this time will sit in GoldBod's books, because their operations is problematic. That is where we wanted them when they came in to sit, for all of us to sit and look at it. Now, I gave some slides to your producers to put something up, and I want to correct a few things. GoldBod did not make a revenue of 5.5 billion. Can you put the revenue slide on the screen for me?
Okay.
The audit services is doing something that they should stop.
What is that?
When government gives money to a state-owned enterprise or an authority, that money that government give is not supposed to go to your P&L. If you look at this document that they put there, you say that what government gave to GoldBod is 4.5 billion. It captured it as a grant. GoldBod's revenue is 970 point something million, which is the non-tax revenue. So GoldBod revenue was never 5.5 billion that everybody is talking about. It's government of Ghana that gave the money. So it's capital injection, which in their own accounts is being captured as a grant. So how is anybody saying that GoldBod made a revenue of 5.5 billion? What revenue they make? That's the audited accounts. So when the audit services keep making that mistake of putting that government injection as a revenue, and you put that revenue in your P&L, it's a mistake. Let's put that aside. Please put in the assay slide.
Your point is that
I'm getting there. Are you going to ask a question?
Your point is that the grant which was given to them by the finance ministry is not revenue earned.
Yeah, it's not in business. It cannot be classified as revenue.
Okay, so it's a grant.
It's a grant, or it's a capital injection.
Okay.
Now put on the assay. Now look at their revenue. 82% in 2025. 82% of GoldBod's revenue came from charging Bank of Ghana commission fees, Bank of Ghana commission charges, and assay fees. So they acted as agents right? And this 970 something million profits or revenue that they made, they charge it to Bank of Ghana. They did not do anything as GoldBod. They made 82% revenue by just charging the money that Bank of Ghana has given them. So if you look at these slide that I've put there, it tells you what the assay fee they charge is and what the Bank of Ghana charges that they charge. Okay. Now, if you now add all that, you make this much. So the business now going forward, GoldBod in 2026 accounts, in their 2025 accounts, will not be able to charge themselves these charges. You understand the point I'm making?
So its revenue will not end.
The revenue they will not end because it's easier to charge somebody that fee. Now, the GANRAP, under the new policy, they've transferred the reserve, the gold for reserve policy to the Bank of Ghana, to the GoldBod.
Yeah.
So GoldBod will now have to use money on their own balance sheet to now do what? Cost of sales. So now they will have to now generate revenue, and from that they will now make their expenditure. But they can't charge anybody. They can't charge a third party, which is Bank of Ghana, these amounts.
So the only amount they would miss or they will lose is the 558. Is it 74 million? No, it's the 74,000 cities, isn't it?
No, the commission to GoldBod, the commission to Bank of Ghana, and the assay, because you can't charge your own, you can't charge yourself assay.
And the BOG service charge.
The BOG service charges and your assay, because the assay will be a cost to GoldBod. Because GoldBod will have to do their own assay, and they have to pay for the assay.
Right.
So you cannot charge yourself assay. You understand the point I'm making? Okay. Now you see. The reason I can comfortably say that in 2025, when the 2026, when the 2025 accounts come out, when the 2026 accounts come out in 2027, GoldBod will be making these losses in their books. It's because of the nature of the business they are doing. In the IMF report, page 10 of the report, it says that data available suggests that the artisanal ASM artisanal, we are the most expensive in the region. Why is that? Do you know why, Moro? Okay, when you go to the pit to buy gold, the guy who is selling you the gold uses what to sell you the gold? The world market price as a reference.
Absolutely.
The GoldBod is using the world market price as in buying crude gold. The gold you are buying the reference should not be the world market price, because it is crude gold. It's not refined gold. You have to now take that gold, do all sorts of things, and then do the dory. Now we say we are going to refine the gold. All that comes with a cost. You have 3 tier, a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 buyers. They are all adding their cost to the operations. So in the end, when GoldBod gives that gold to Bank of Ghana, they've given Bank of Ghana gold that when you sell, you make a loss. That is why we are saying that it is the GoldBod's operations that causes these losses. And it's the GoldBod that has now caused the loss. Now, when somebody say that the loss doesn't sit in the audited accounts, yes, we know it doesn't sit in the audited accounts. So all these press conference you are going to do to now tell us about your audited accounts, we've seen your audited accounts. The simple conversation we are having is that the operations of GoldBod result in losses, which in business is called trading losses. I don't see where the argument is. Now, let me show you something. Put up the bank list. You have one company. You see the number of bankers they have. Why? See the total numbers of bankers GoldBod have. Look at the total numbers of bankers. When Atoforsin came, what did he tell us that he's doing with ECG? That ECG have plenty accounts. They are doing only one central collection account. This is not what Atoforsin told us. Why is GoldBod operating about 18 bank accounts? And all these banks are charging. All these are losses and costs to the corporation. So you see, let not SAMMY GYAMFI makes it look like somebody hates him. Or somebody, when most of the things that people say on social media, you are envious of him. How? You now say, you could have easily go to the Parliament House. Parliament is saying that, look, come and let's have a conversation.
Has he been invited?
Yes, and it was blocked by the majority side.
Because Sammy says
it was an inquiry, but it was blocked. How would he be invited? His people in parliament blocked it. All this brouhaha would have been over if you have gone and sat in front of the parliamentarians and explained certain things to them. Because there's no organization, if you yourself will have all these bank account details or have all these bank accounts. Why do you need all these bank accounts to run GoldBod? So you see, there's two ways forward. Sammy can just eat a humble pie, call everybody to the table, and let's make GoldBod what an institution we all want. Because the brain behind what you are doing is Dr. Bawumia's baby. The domestic gold purchase program, we've all agreed that is the only way to solve our forex issue. We agree. Do we agree that there's a problem in the system inherent? Yes. Because even the 16% cost of there's a 16% cost of reserve, which for me was too high. You are saying that, oh, we can now look at our operations and bring it down between 7.5 and 5% cost of reserve, which is good. But there are other things that you are doing that some of us are saying that the reason we can project some of these things is because your operations has embedded problems. You don't want to listen to that.
Yes, Ghana for mommy who are doing or Hanum before cross the videos. Share video be watch Ghana for and penny for say omwa we ba gold bar omuche no omwa na ba ombetia. Sami defini aboda baso wakunko no aye ne nutu se kraman no wakunko sami defi no aye nkwasieye no aye nkwasieye Africa ba wudwane mese wabo wodi aye de so ado be yeden na emra ne be so mu after 2028 election na the obey ho ne no e na be me ho se ye so mu a se mra na chiw 2028 ye betre yensa wo so na se mfa yensa keka wodi ye wa no say police e be chiw na wa ye ho gagai wo nko ne atwe wo wura kam ye dudu police station ho na obehu de be fo ni so ensam da fi koso se wanya ade atum so waboka etije ne de wobekọ na de wo ye na ma se wo koje no a se ye yensa be ka ho kakra na se wo de Ghana for ma me hu adwenkyere wo hanom na mo mienkotie we na sa be bo akere wo no message say share many pattern political platform bia wo so share many pattern me da se mienkotie mra
ama de se FDP aban nyame boa no mo saka tumi na omo adimi amfa na nkogina court ama Mahama ndemu a bido nyame se me yankasa me de Mahama be ko international court because we are criminal too much. We are criminal.
We are the owners of the power. We didn't vote. But this time, look at our numbers. We are going to overvoting and overcounting. We are doing it. I'm telling you, we will not hand over power again. Every tenant to go home. Every tenant to go home.
Yes, Ghana for mommy who are doing Ghana for me say 2028 the we are Ghana for many years ya brand Ghana for me say Emma and ebeje to me free you are don money Mahama nsem Emma na ebeje Ghana for what is saying mommy who are doing e video ya ohwe you Ghana for mommy who are doing pa kire wadwen bibia obet me use dia kire wadwen bia use fa kire wadwen na we are share me any pattern any political platform bia was bia share me any pattern na me say Don Mahama ni NDC dia omu po ye den kofi Ghana for man ni abre Ghana for me kasa emebru susu ani abre emebru kasa eti omu kofi ti Sammy GYAMFI obedem Ghana for what say me hu adwenkyere mon share me da ase